You're listening to REIAcast, a podcast of the Southwest Florida Real Estate Investment Association. REIAcast brings together a variety of real estate entrepreneurs from all over the world to share tips and ideas. The core purpose of the Southwest Florida REIA is to help members become more profitable and successful through networking, education, and empowerment. Here are your hosts, Jeff Tamarello and Michael Lyons.
I am Jeff Tamburello, one of the directors of the Southwest Florida REIA, joined by the other director of the Southwest Florida REIA, the esteemed Michael Lyons. How you doing today, Mike?
Good, man. Once again, perfect presentation on my name, Mike. You killed it. That was fantastic.
One of these days, you're going to have to start doing that. I'm not going to be here forever, Mike.
That's right. Well, I hope when you're out, I'm out. So if we go together. All right.
So, before we jumped on this, we were talking about wholesalers, which, I look at like the deal flow you and I have done in Georgia. I found half of it direct to seller, I believe. And we had a realtor that found the other half direct to seller. Or found the other half. And mainly, what would you say, their pocket listings, or were they listed? I think one was listed, one was a pocket.
One was listed. The other one was a
Yeah, which I don't think we're supposed to talk about that, and we may get everybody in trouble, and we're all going to have to go to timeout.
Something book.
Yeah, it was in her. She had the listing in her pocketbook, and she pulled it out
because it was online already on MLS. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but the and I pinged and did a bunch of Facebook posts and got on every wholesaler's list up there that I could find.
Yep.
And the vast majority of the deals were just, the one guy was funny because when I told him what our buy box was, I was like, I'd like to see city water sewer mobile home lots in the Valdosta area for $5,000. And he's like, that will never happen. So I sent him the one we just put the trailer on. I'm like, it 100% happened.
It happens, man.
So we're currently on title to one, dude. I had a bunch of realtors tell me that too. That will never happen. And I'm like, well, with you, I'm assuming, yes, that will never happen.
You're probably right. You will never do that. That is accurate. Yeah.
But, when it comes to wholesalers, we were talking about this before this too. I've talked to a lot of the hard money lenders in the market. And the vast majority of the people that are struggling bought through a wholesaler. Like their problematic loans were, the wholesaler skimmed off a lot of the equity. And on top of that, nobody, including the lender, and they're on the hook for this thing, truly understood what the rehab costs for the property were. Yeah. And more importantly, the market did fall out. So if your rehab took a year, it's problematic right now. You're in a much different market than when you dialed it up. But, I crack up with the wholesaler side of, particularly the ARV. Like I put the thing out on Facebook as a joke. This guy sent me this deal, and I drove 30 minutes to go look at it because, I have this AI underwriter that I throw some stuff in and throw some numbers in, and it kind of tells me everything. Okay, all right. So I drove up. It's kind of cool. It's on my phone. I threw the Zillow link in, said what I could buy it for, what I thought the rehab costs were, and it literally. I basically have it that I need to be ARV minus 30%, including acquisition and rehab. Is kind of what I put in it for a flip. And so it's like, and it was under that. So I, immediately drove up there and noticed the hole in the roof where the smoke and the flames had went all the way through the roof. And, that's why I'm grateful. I get to learn about new things. Like that's really what light smoke damage looks like.
Light smoke damage means hole in the ceiling. It means stargazing at night is what it means, Jeff.
Well, but not only with that, I had a property burned down in 2007 and not burned to the ground, but it was a total loss. And if the flames break the roof, basically insurance considers that a total loss.
Yep.
So, and this one there, I think it's an older lady. We did meet her there. She was there when we went to go look at it. I took Christina because this would have been a detailed rehab, and, she kind of designs them. So she would need to, she needs to be there to figure out, if we're going to buy this, start looking for kitchens and vanities and, how we're going to do flooring and stuff like that, because she's really good at it. And on top of that, she finds the cheapest stuff that fits what we want to do. But we start talking to the old lady, and I don't think the insurance company paid her out as a total loss either. I mean, she really should call like Coastal, the corporate sponsor we have. But long story short, I depended on the wholesaler, and not that I bought it, but I mean, it was 30 minutes away in the middle of my day, which was pretty busy. But you can't get good deals in slow motion. If you find a good deal, you ink it, you buy it.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and so I drive up there, and there we are. So we were talking. If what are your thoughts, Mike, if you have a wholesaler who has to blast a deal out 15 times to a list of 1,000 people and post it 18 times on Facebook? Well, what's your gut feeling seeing that?
You need to be the first contact if you want to get the good deal.
Yeah.
If it is a good deal, you don't need to blast it out to a huge list of investors and to all your network. And then this updated, the price is now dropped because it was the wrong price in the first place. So, I mean, one of the keys would be to get to be one of the direct contacts of a wholesaler who gets good deals, and know that you have the cash and you can close. Then you're the phone call before all the advertising goes out to a huge group, via email blast or text message blast. And for example, there's a gal that spoke at our meeting a while back, and she had one main investor that is her go-to, and not to name drop, but we'll say Kevin. That's all we need to say. But like, she'll call him, here's the deal, do you want it or not? And 9 times out of 10, she knows the numbers, he knows the numbers. It's a done deal. It's easy. There is no need to go out and blast it to the whole world. So if you're, after the 5th email blast, if it's not sold, it's probably not a deal. When a real estate deal is good, it's bought. It's bought immediately. There is no delay. There is no need to do a sales pitch on it. It's
honestly, this wholesaler in question, why I'm talking to him is he sent me, and I mean, you would have bought this. He sent me needed a ton of work, but I've got people locally that could have done it, at a reasonable price. A double wide in Suncoast on a decent lot. I mean, it was in bad shape. Termite damage, subfloor, gonna need a roof, but 30 grand.
Oh, I'd have bought that all day long.
Done. I mean, the lot's worth 45, 50. So, and the trailer was fixable. So there's no way I was not gonna buy that. So, and I should have been like, all right, I'll take it, send me the assignment, and then walked it. And, because my biggest thing is, can I actually rebuild the trailer? If I could have rebuilt the trailer, then it was, done deal. If I was buying the downside was I knocked the trailer off and sell it and get my money back, selling the lot. That was really the only downside, and if that's the downside, you're not doing bad at all. So,
no. Oh gosh, no. You're buying that right.
But yeah, I mean, that's because I love the idea of buying from wholesalers. You can help somebody make money. You don't have to go you got to generate 100 decent leads to get one deal in today's world.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work. So, and that's a targeted list at 100 leads. I can tell you when we were full blown with RealCap, I would generate 100 to 200 leads a day, and I generally had to we got about 3 to 4 lots under contract a week at that pace. I mean, but that was more of a shotgun marketing, not a laser marketing. So I'd love the idea of buying from wholesalers. I just can't find any of them, like that one trailer that he sold out from underneath me, or I don't know the real deal. But ironically, that deal showed up on Investor Lift like really quick after that for 90.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
I'll say this though.
What?
I'll say this. Generally speaking, the wholesalers need to get paid. They deserve to get paid if they bring in good deals with equity. I don't care what they make, as long as my numbers work.
Yeah.
I could care less. I don't need to say, all right, what do you have under contract for, and how much are you assigning it for? I don't care. If they have a good deal and the numbers work for me at whatever price, I'm totally fine with it. But it's got to be a good deal. And if it is a good deal, you do not have to blast it out to the whole world. You should have about 3 to 5 people you can call and go, hey, got this. Here's
honestly, walk into a South, we're going to be intentional here. Have a pitch, walk into a Southwest. Yes, we're going to walk into a Southwest Florida REIA meeting. If you have a good deal, it's bought. somebody will buy.
Yeah.
There are cash
Have a
buyers
good
in the
deal?
room.
Call us.
Yeah.
Call us.
Yeah,
We'll
don't
buy it.
talk to that Kevin guy. He's mean. We're not
He's
mean.
and tough, and
Yeah.
he's the nicest guy ever.
No, he's not. He's actually the most gentle soul you'll ever meet. But
Yeah, he's so nice.
But
That's the best part.
We had a wholesaler call me about the REIA, and I'm like, we have a couple Kevins that buy a lot of property. I was like, just find any Kevin that buys real estate.
If their name's Kevin, they'll buy it from you.
Yeah, they buy stuff. Just find guys named Kevin or Mike and Jeff. That works too. But not to completely trash wholesalers. And I mean, technically, I guess I can consider myself one. I've probably assigned through partnerships and stuff that companies I've owned 300 contracts. You know what I mean? I definitely, but most of that was to builders, not true investors. But it's a great way to make, but the numbers have to work. And I mean, anymore, I don't know who's teaching these courses, but these courses are, I got another one yesterday of $20,000 entry fee to buy a house with no equity and negative cash flow, subject to.
Sign me not up for that.
So like, I got a couple people that have wronged me over the years that I'm going to give you their name and number. I really would love to see them buy this. So
that's great.
All right. Well, that was
cool.
fun. We're not trying to trash wholesalers. We actually love them. I would love to not have to market and just buy deals from people that are willing to, because it's a lot of rejection. It's a lot of, I know what I got, you know what I mean? But at some point the numbers have to work. And that's honestly my first thing. If it's a mass marketed deal, probably not interested. There's a reason why nobody's bought it.
A wholesale deal, if it is a deal, does not need to be advertised to the whole world. If it's a deal, it's sold. Within a few phone calls, it should be sold. That should be your game plan.
I think that's the mic drop of the day.
Yeah. Literally Mike. Yeah.
This concludes this edition of REIAcast. Be sure to subscribe to receive our next episode. You can also subscribe at our website, www.SWFLREIA.com. See you at a meeting soon. Please let us know if you have a suggestion for a future episode.